Hey mamas, are you struggling with the mom guilt of work-life balance? Today we're going to talk about a couple ways to shift your kids' mindset into helping you not feel that mom guilt. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Brandy Lydon, host and founder of Mom You're Not Alone podcast, and I'm also a local realtor and investor here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So let's dive into this topic on mom guilt and balancing work life, career life, and mom life. I was having a conversation with another fellow realtor here just a couple days ago, and she was sharing her struggle. You know, she works really hard, she makes great money, but her kids are seeing her, they're making the comments of, hey mom, you're always on your phone. Hey mom, you came to my basketball game and I saw you take a phone call. And I share that same struggle. So my daughter's 18 and out of the house. She's at college. But my son is still in 8th grade, so he's still at the home. A couple years back, he would say the same thing, like, make comments about me always being on my phone, or come to one of his events or activities and see me take a call. And so the mom guilt is so real. It makes us feel really bad about ourselves. And so we struggle. How do we work hard and meet those goals and get that financial freedom that we want, yet still be in the moment and present with our kids? And so I'll share a little bit of a mind shift that I had and had to go through with my son. When he's making those comments about, always being on the phone, I had to explain to him, hey, mom doesn't work a 9-to-5 job. I don't get to clock out and leave work and leave it all behind me. That person that has that life, that's great. They know exactly what they're going to make, and they can walk away from work and leave it all behind. But I didn't choose that life. I didn't choose that industry. So real estate is 24/7 a lot of times. But what I explained to him was that, I also get to make as much money as I want, as hard as I want to work, which is really cool. And that's why we get to have the things that we have and do the things that we do. And so as I'm explaining this to him, he's, his mind's thinking and turning, and okay, well, that makes sense, right? But also I said, how about we create a system where you get $10 of every one of my closings? His eyes lit up and he's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, right? So by incentivizing, like every time, mom has a success and I have a closing, he gets $10. His mindset really shifted when we talked about that, because it's a little bit, incentivizing him. And so then, his questions started to be like, instead of, hey mom, you're always on your phone, it's like, hey mom, do you have any new clients? Do you have a closing this week? And so it's really like he's helping me want to build versus, tearing me down for being on my phone and working. And so really sharing that understanding with your kids, even no matter their age, it can be like a 5-year-old, and you just have to, make it really simple for them to understand. So that is my tips on how to shift your kids' mindset when you're truly juggling, having all of that mom guilt, and you're juggling work-life balance. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you guys for staying tuned.